Hey, and good morning. Welcome here to Early Texas Today. I'm Mike Wilson. Here is your top four here at 4:30. New this morning, Waco, Temple, and Killeen fire crews, they are all battling a wildfire in the Possum King Lake area. It's going on right now. Plus, will he stay or will he go? Itasca ISD is deciding the fate of his superintendent who was suspended following a sex sting. And pack your patience. There are major travel delays and cancellations rolling into the holiday weekend. And we have some great news for you. You can now get the Fixer Up Royal Treatment. We'll give you an inside look in the Magnolia Castle, which is up for sale. But first up, let's get a check in the weather with meteorologist Jordan Frazier. Good morning to you, Jordan. Jordan, I got to point this out. I think you stole my color, the purple.
Actually, I've been here before. I've been here longer than you. It's my color.
Well, I planned it out first. I actually planned my outfits like a day ahead. So, yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. I've been told people want to be like me, so whatever.
Well, you know what? I will say this. The heat is going away, and I know you'll like that, Mike. It will take a little bit of time, though. We're talking about still being under a heat advisory as of this morning. That's going to stay in effect until late this evening. Heat index values getting up to about 109 degrees, certainly possible by late this afternoon. As you're waking up, it is a bit humid, but we're still with some nice clear skies. 90% humidity, southerly winds, they're pretty strong, decently breezy out there, 16 miles per hour. As you're waking up across the region, we're looking at 80 degrees in Cameron, 79 in Centerville, as well as Waco, 81 in Gatesville. Certainly a little bit of a toasty start, but nice clear skies all around. Again, that southerly wind is what's continuing to make it feel decently warm. Here's your hour-by-hour planner today. By your lunch hour, all right, we're already getting up to about 90 degrees. 95 by around 1 o'clock, and then by the afternoon we're still looking in those upper 90s, possibly even hitting those triple digits once again for your afternoon drive. But you know what? If the models hold true, it will be the last day that we see those triple digits for about the next week. I don't know about you, but I think we can all appreciate that.
Well, we surely can. Thank you so much, Jordan. Well, new this morning, fire crews from Waco, Killeen, and Temple are all battling a wildfire in North Texas. The Texas A&M Forest Service said that the fire grew an estimated 450 acres. Now, this is in the Possum Kingdom Lake area. And as of 10 last night, well, 20% of it is contained. But right now, there are no updates that have been shared since. Well, this evening, Itasca ISD will meet to decide the fate of suspended Superintendent Michael Stevens. On Tuesday, Stevens left the Harris County Jail on a bond following his arrest during an undercover sex sting operation. Now, he was charged with online solicitation of a minor earlier this month. Stevens is suspended with pay, and tonight the Itasca ISD board is expected to decide whether Stevens will be fired or not. Well, school districts, they continue to experience a shortage of teachers, and 6 News reporter Adriana Alexander has more on what Central Texas schools are doing to keep their educators.
While students are enjoying their summer break,
we have a variety of positions open. The ones that we are most concerned about that we consider high priority are those that directly impact classroom instruction.
District administrators have some big shoes to fill this upcoming school year.
We have approximately 30 teacher positions that are open, and that's a little bit better than we were at this time last school year.
School districts in Central Texas have multiple positions open because so many teachers are leaving the profession. The Texas Education Agency reports about 10% of teachers in Texas have left the field each year in the last decade. That number has dipped to about 9% during the 2020-21 school year.
Compensation, benefits, and work-life balance is really large, but there is also a lot of student behaviors that create quite a bit of struggle in the classroom that really have presented as more of a problem post-COVID than they were pre-COVID.
To help with retention, districts like China Spring ISD adopted the 4-day school week. So far, they say it's working.
This last year, we had over 20% turnover rate, and currently we are sitting at 9.76 turnover rate. So it's really improved.
China Spring, Belton, and Midway ISD say they are putting the needs of the teachers first.
We want them to have less students so that they can really provide that exceptional learning experience that really matches student needs.
It takes a community to realize that we have a great need in education, and so the more people understand the challenges we're facing, the more we can come together as a community and a team to try to help solve those challenges together.
Adriana Alexander, 6 News.
All right, thank you so much, Adriana. Well, your time now is 4:35, and it's time for your morning rush. Take a look at your screen right here. Temple PD, they are looking for these 2 people. They are suspected of breaking into a building near South 31st and Canyon Creek Drive on June 18th. If you do recognize them, you're asked to call Temple Police. Well, the Coast Guard says presumed human remains have been recovered from the Titan sub debris. Now, all 5 people on board are believed to be dead. This is after the submersible imploded. Now they head to the wreckage of the Titanic. Well, the White House confirms President Biden is now using a CPAP machine to treat sleep apnea. Marks from the mask were visible on his face yesterday, which led to reporters questioning it. Well, his condition was disclosed in medical records in 2008 and again in 2019. Madonna is postponing her world tour after spending several days in the ICU. Her manager posted on social media saying that Madonna developed a serious bacterial infection. She is improving though, and a full recovery is expected. And that is your morning rush. Well, I gotta ask you guys a question. Have you ever wanted to live like a king or the king that you are? Well, look no more, because the historic castle, this one is up for auction, and guess what? It got the royal fixer-upper treatment. And this morning, 6 News anchor Bailey Bates takes us inside.
Every neighborhood has something unique about it, but there's one in Waco that's extra magical. Yes, that's a castle, sitting on Austin Avenue, less than 3 miles outside of downtown Waco.
This castle is one of the most impressive properties in the entire Waco, Central Texas area.
So unique, it caught the eyes of the fixer-upper couple, Chip and Joanna Gaines. They bought it in 2019.
The plan for the castle is to bring this beautiful property back to its original state.
The duo has brought the rundown castle back to life after renovating it for 3 years.
Getting the same exact stone from 100 years ago has been a challenge. We are keeping all the paneling. We've got to fix this plaster work.
You're looking at a modern day castle after Chip and Jo added their flair. Definitely a different style than what was trendy in the 1900s. The 6,100 square foot fortress has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms, surrounded by a stone wall and even a tower to give you the full royalty effect. And now the 130-year-old newly renovated castle can be yours. And you don't even need a crown. The sign out front isn't a for sale sign, but instead an announcement for auction. Magnolia Realty has called in concierge auctions to make the historic castle available for bid. The highest bidder can live like royalty and in a Texas designated historic landmark. Reporting for 6 News, I'm Bailey Bates.
As long as you can keep cool in that castle, I would certainly like that, if I could afford it. Nonetheless, though, we do see some slight cooler temperatures coming up. Don't worry, I got you covered with your full forecast.
Talking about if he can afford it. You call him Big Bucks Jordan. Well, you might want to hold off on packing for the big holiday travel, because travel troubles, well, they continue. What airlines are affected, and call it the Costco crackdown, how the members only store is making sure it stays that way. You're up with Early Texas Today.